Crypto news today, Bitcoin ETFs, whales, and South Korea's reserve decision. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Sense, the channel that helps you make sense of the crypto world. I am Neil, and today we are diving into 4 major updates that you need to know about. From South Korea's cautious stance on Bitcoin to a massive whale move shaking up the markets, we've got a lot to cover. By the way, subtitles are available, turn them on if needed. So, sit tight, grab a coffee, and let's break down the news now. Segment 1. South Korea excludes Bitcoin from strategic reserves. While the USA under Trump's administration embraced crypto by pushing for a strategic Bitcoin reserve, the same cannot be said for other countries. South Korea, for instance, has taken a different approach. The Bank of Korea, or BOK, has stated that Bitcoin will not be part of its foreign exchange reserves. This decision comes after the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, emphasized the importance of managing liquidity, markets, and credit risks, criteria that Bitcoin, being volatile as it is, simply does not meet. The BOK stated that Bitcoin's price instability could inflate transaction costs when converting it to cash, posing it a significant risk to its reserves. This is a big deal because South Korea is home to one of the most vibrant crypto ecosystems in the world, with billions of dollars in daily trading volumes. While this seems like a setback for Bitcoin adoption, this does not mean the end for crypto in the land of the morning calm. It's important to remember that central banks, by definition, operate with extreme caution. For now, it looks like Bitcoin will remain a retail and institutional asset rather than a reserve currency in South Korea. Time will tell. The good news for Bitcoin is that despite the BOK's decision, the country's retail and investors remain optimistic. So, while South Korea may not embrace Bitcoin as a reserve asset yet, it's clear that Bitcoin remains a major player in the country's crypto landscape. Segment 2. Whale activity shakes the markets. Have you heard about whales, those large investors who can move markets with a single trade? Recently, a whale opened a massive 40 times short position on Bitcoin at around $84,000, causing quite a stir in the markets. The community banded together to try and liquidate this whale, but the price was rejected at $85,000 and has since fallen slightly. While this might sound alarming, it's worth noting that positions like this are not uncommon on platforms like Bainense. What makes this unique is that on Hyperliquid, we can track individual addresses, giving us a clearer picture of market activity. Interestingly, the same whale also opened a long position on another asset, which pumped 14% shortly after. This shows how influential whale activity can be, but let us not overreact. Bitcoin remains in a consolidation phase, and analysts are still eyeing a short-term target of $89,000. Segment 3. US Spot Bitcoin ETFs see largest daily inflows in 6 weeks. Next, let us shift our focus to the United States, where Spot Bitcoin ETFs are making headlines again. On Monday, these ETFs recorded 274.6 million in net inflows, the largest daily inflow in 6 weeks. This is a significant turnaround after 5 consecutive weeks of outflows totaling over 5 billion. Analysts suggest that this shift reflects growing confidence in Bitcoin, driven by price stabilization and renewed institutional interest. Fidelity's FBTC led the pack with $127.3 million in inflows, followed by ARK and 21 shares ARKB with $88.5 million. Even BlackRock's IBIT, the largest point Bitcoin ETF by net assets, saw $42.3 million flow in. With Bitcoin currently hovering around $83,000, analysts expect volatility to continue as quarter-end portfolio rebalancing kicks in. Could this be the start of another bullish run? Let's wait and see. Segment 4. Hyperliquid Titan rules after $4 million loss. Speaking of Hyperliquid, the platform has tightened its trading rules after a $4 million loss in its liquidity pool. The loss occurred when a whale opened a highly leveraged 50 times long position on Ethereum, only to liquidate it and shift the loss onto the platform liquidity pool. In response, Hyperliquid has introduced a 20% minimum collateral margin requirement for certain positions to prevent similar incidents. Despite the initial 15% price drop, the platform's native token, Hype, has since surged 16%, suggesting that the market sees this as a valuable stress test rather than a fatal flaw. Analysts believe this could mark a bottom for Hyperliquid, with the potential for a 60% gain if the token breaks out its current descending wedge pattern. However, broader economic concerns like the tariff wars and recession fears could limit its potential. And that's a wrap for today's updates. From South Korea's cautious approach to Bitcoin to whale activity shaking up the markets, it is clear that the crypto world is as dynamic as ever. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about South Korea's decision to exclude Bitcoin from its reserves? Does your country have similar plans? And if you're an investor yourself, are you bullish on Bitcoin ETFs? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay informed and stay ahead in the world of crypto. Bye for now.